Hey, it's Enochian.org back again. We have the spooky Halloween version of videos. Or perhaps I just should say the spooky Halloween version of Athena's rants. Because today I'm going to rant about Halloween. First of all, the whole spookiness part of it. What the hell? Why does it all have to be spooky? Why do all these things have to be spooky? Why are we still set in that old mind frame that ghosts are scary bad things and that there's monsters about and such, and it's all scary bad stuff? Now, of course, it's fun for the kids and fun for the adults because we love to go out to parties and dress up and don't have to be our regular societal norms, wearing the three-piece suit or dress suit and tie and heels and all that crud. We can just spend a night or a few nights, depending where you live, who you know, and what you do, dressing up however you want. There's some people that say what you dress up as is what you secretly desire. I'll just leave out what I've dressed up as over the years, then maybe. It's interesting, the costumes that have come out, if you take that into perspective. Anyway, on with my rants. Excuse me. One of my rants is hanging around with a lot of people from different traditions that have very deep cultural traditions for this time of year, like to go on about how Westerners, white people, and Europeans have no culture whatsoever for this time of year. Now, I don't know what kind of rock y'all been sleeping under. Hopefully a cool one like granite or bloodstone or something, but apparently a rather large one. Because there are many rich traditions, of course, excuse me again, like we do like over here to water crap down. Well, some of us. Unfortunately, too many people. But there are traditions, and some people still keep with the old traditions, and then other people keep with what they can make of the old traditions and come up with, because obviously crap isn't just splattered all over the internet or in books, right? But there is some stuff, so people just use what they can find and what they can get and what they have, what their family has taught them, what their family has always done. This part of year is, hello, the new year. So many traditions, Northern European, whatever. It's the new year. November 1st, the new year. How do we not have any Halloween traditions? And dressing up, okay, maybe that's changed a bit, but wasn't that traditionally to scare off the bad spirits? So people dressing up and running around screaming and having fun, that scares off the nasty, negative, bad spirits, from all I know from older traditions. I mean, slightly older. And then also the veil is the thinnest. Not that it isn't thin another time of the year, but it is very thin this time of year, so you can do many stronger works. You can call the deity stronger, the daemons, the deads, anything and everything much stronger, which is really handy, but also sometimes a little annoying, you know, since you tend to see them more, hear them stronger, and have them manifest more strongly, which is good and bad. Some people really do not enjoy that aspect of this time of year. I'm one of those folks, though, that takes every hardship, every part of life, every change, and finds a way, excuse me again, to make it beneficial. So the open veil time of year, obviously it's time to get stuff done. Time to get some work done. Time to talk with your spirits. Time to talk with your ancestors. Time to call spirits. Time to call the daemons. Time to drink less milk if you're me before a video. Anyway, time to just to get work done. Talismans, everything. The veil is much thinner, and this year, I don't know, we've all noticed it seems extra thin this year or something. A lot of interesting stuff has been happening, interesting big things. So, don't forget to celebrate this time of year, the fact that the veil is thinner, and the fact you can work with your spirits more, connect with your spirits. And I mean all your spirits, different types of spirits. It's not like some spirits are, you know, all the veil's thinner, I'm just going to hide out and not bother to come to you. No, it doesn't work that way. It's more like we can see, hear, and interact with them much more easily, and same with them, with us. So we do experience a lot more this time of year. Our work tends to work much better and faster this time of year, much stronger. And sure, a few spooky things happen, but, you know, if a few spooky things put you off, perhaps it's time to meditate more and rethink your path, so you can figure out ways to be more comfortable with this sort of thing and get past that whole societal conditioning of what is spooky, scary, wrong, and evil, and just get to work. This is the time of year to really focus on your work and utilize it to connect with your spirits. But also the whole New Year thing. Time to decide what you want to change, what you want to do. Of course, thanking your spirits and the forces and the powers for the last year is important. Deciding what you want to get rid of that wasn't useful and working within you and around you in the last year. Discarding all that, and then deciding how to move on, how to improve things, because that is the path of magic. If we're not improving anything, both within and without, we're not working the path. So get working the path, celebrate the new year, celebrate the spirits, celebrate what you're going to bring into your life, and also just have fun. You would not believe how many posts there are on the internet right now trashing on Halloween, how bad it is, how horrible it is, how it's not a tradition, how it's ruined traditions, whatever. You know, how about just kind of relaxing and having fun, just enjoying it. The kids can enjoy it. What's wrong with the adults? What's wrong with all the adults just sitting there too busy in front of their laptop computer, all being, you know, retentive on the message boards? Why not just go out and have some fun? Enjoy the holiday. Okay, so what? Maybe it's water down some things from the past. Either unwater it down, find the true origins, or talk to the spirits and ask them how you can work it better. But if you're just sitting there complaining and trashing on other people for enjoying themselves, it's maybe time to sort some shit out. Which, this is also a very good time of year for that. It's a very good time of year to connect with things on the other side, but also to wander deep within. All the dark inner work, it starts, well, September 21st usually, or, you know, the fall harvest, whenever, somewhere around there. And this is kind of in the middle of it, and it's time to be sorting your own stuff out, not judging others or figuring out what others are up to or worrying about what others are up to. So what? If you're too busy worrying about what others are up to, you probably have not been spending enough time in the temple. Just saying. Anyway, so get to it, get to work. Get off the internet. I know my videos are interesting, but finish watching this one and then get into your temple. Get to work. Or the woods, or wherever you work. And just do some work. Also, don't forget to leave flowers, water, rum, smokes, whatever, food for your ancestors. Have a chat with them. You probably miss them. They probably miss you. So don't forget them this time of year. This is a good time for remembering. You can sit down and chat with them, share old stories. Or just sit around with a bunch of friends and you all share old fun stories. You know how there's the campfire and sit around, everybody shares spooky stories? Well, that's kind of fun too. And as magicians, we all have some spooky stories. Stuff we've seen over the years, stuff we've experienced, stuff that's, in quotes, not supposed to happen. We've all experienced that, so, you know, it would be fun. You could sit around and share those stories. But also don't forget to share the wonderful stories, the stories of you and your ancestors, the times you enjoyed the most, the times where they've helped change your life, things they've said, things they've done, or how they've helped change your path in life, whether mundane or magical or spiritual or whatever, that have been really meaningful for you. Share these things. Sit around with others and share all this. Now, if it's just you, if you prefer the hermit lifestyle, which is cool and all, just sit and talk with your ancestors yourself. You and your invisibles can just hang out and chat, or even chat with a few friends online, whatever. Whatever your preference is, it's all good. Just enjoy. And just sit down with your ancestors and talk. And thank them for the help with the last year, for being around in the last year, for the guidance, for the protection, for everything. And just chat with them and bring up old stories. And maybe ask them about some things that you have forgotten. Quite often we'll forget things and they can help remind us. So be sure to thank the invisibles, leave a little food and booze and smokes out, light some incense, do whatever. Just celebrate the season in a way that's meaningful for you and that you enjoy, and don't worry about what anyone else is doing, okay? Anyway, Enochian.org is my website if you want to check it out and go buy some stuff or something, since, you know, all those money spells, the money doesn't fall from the sky. Even on Halloween. If so, I think there would be far more people out this time of year. Anyway, I'll just stop with the bad jokes.